Hey there, Aries. Welcome to my channel. Come on in. Here's a little saging for you. Yep, just clearing the energies. Come on in, sit down, relax. All you have to do is listen. Take what resonates, leave the rest for somebody else watching, right? Don't forget to flip flop your energies each and every time you feel fit. Just don't force it, right? All right, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Nodes. I'm calling in this week. So come on in. Yeah, the higher vibrationals. If you're a lower vibrational, well, you may be, or cross watching, you may be the people that we're talking about. You'll have to decipher that. So, yeah, let's get down. Aries, my fire kickers. All right. Spirit guides, universe, angels, ancestors, possible friends of Aries who may have passed over, and the higher galactic beings that might be overseeing this act of divination after all. Please come in and give us a message for their best and highest good in a way that we can all understand. Please and thank you. Show me what I need to see. Whatever that's about. Taking the one on the bottom, right? Lucky 13. Nice, Aries. Something about being a little lucky, maybe, in the past to present. You know, having a little luck on your side. I'm feeling leprechaun. Maybe somebody's Irish. That's cool. Don't have to be, but all right. So, yeah, show me what I need to see. The pillow that I'm sitting on keeps moving, so I apologize. I don't really have a very comfy chair, so well, I don't think it matters for the chair. I have a really, really bad back, but whatever. Anywho, show me what I need to see. Yeah, my fire kickers. What's going on with you guys out there? I want to take this time to shout out to the people, the newer viewers, watchers, subscribers, all of it, and the returning watchers as well. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I really do care, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here, right? And I'm here to try and help people or guide them or try and help them. I don't want them to go through what I went through in life. You know what I mean? Boat, something about a boat in your present. Boat. Okay. Maybe you have a boat. Maybe you're going on a boat. Maybe you won a boat with lucky 13 and who knows? Hello, everybody. Tapping in and out. Good to see us. Familiar. This could be your pet, or something could be familiar to you. Maybe a deja vu kind of a thing, but something with boat and lucky 13, I like it. Past present energies. I wonder if somebody out there has just won a boat, How funny would that be? How cool, right? But either way, maybe you're planning a little holiday or staycation or something. This is the one that hit. Rippling water effect. This is the hope, fear, challenge, and homework column. Shout out to the people that can read the cards backwards, eh? Yeah, rippling water, how it affects everyone or everything. Something about that. One more card and we can move on. What's going on for my fire kickers? Horseshoe. Lucky horseshoe? Lucky 13. Something about a horseshoe. Some of you may have them in the old... I know in my house when I was growing up, we had a couple horseshoes. They were always up because it was said to keep the luck in. But then I heard other people say that they had them down to keep the luck in. So you tell me how you think that should be, or what you know it to be, Hello, everybody. Hi, Bejewel. Thank you. Yes, I do readings. I do personal readings. I'm actually taking clients now. I put out a post yesterday, and it tells you how to get in contact with me. It's my email, and it gives you some information. So if you want a personal, yeah, we can absolutely set it up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's your lucky number. That's cool. Isn't that funny? How that is? I don't believe in coincidences, so it is what it is, you know? All right, so far, oh, okay, still need one more, but I have mechanical that came out. Somebody feel like a robot, maybe robot at work, maybe, or someone else. They just don't seem like somebody's home. Yeah, something about routine. Yeah, something's mechanical. Lucky 13 and boat. Something about a boat, facing it. You know something isn't right. Don't be afraid to find out the truth. It'll set you free. Yeah, somebody's dealing with the truth somehow. It depends on where you are in the story, and all of that for yous out there. Toxic, destructive relationship, manipulating and gaslighting. Yeah, narcissist much. It should be on my channel. That post. I put it on my channel. That way you can subscribe while you're there. Yeah, so rippling water effect is right under that card. Yeah, so whoever this narcissist is could be the one that's facing it, but you're gonna have to flip it and flop it, right? All right, one more and we can move on with my tarot. There we go. All right, sneaky snake, great. Going behind your back, deceitful, swindler. Yeah, we got to shed that skin, don't we? Horseshoe right under this. I like it. So I think for the most part, everyone out there knows who I'm talking about in their situations, or they should have an idea by now. So, yeah, show me what I need to see. Something's mechanical. I feel like this narcissist is possibly the mechanical one in this case. All right, Ace of Swords down. Lucky 13. Somebody doesn't want to start something, or they're afraid of the truth. This is lies. Something's mechanical. There's something there that somebody refused a new beginning, though, however, of some sort. But somebody's a big fat liar. It just is the way it is. It has everything to do with fate, karma, and destiny in that card. And if it's down, some people are more than likely facing it. Mm-hmm. Funny how those coincidences are, right? Yeah, Knight of Pentacles, Princess of Pentacles, Four of Cups down, and the High Priestess. I haven't used this deck except for this week in years, so bear with me if it takes me a minute or two to see what I'm seeing, right? Because I got to get back into it. Toth decks are different than the Rider-Waite decks in a lot of ways, but anywho, I have the Devil card here. Yeah, this narcissist is, I feel, with the Devil energy. This could be about being bound or restricted, or it could be addictions, or Lucky 13 over this. Somebody's a big fat liar. Somebody, they don't seem, possibly like somebody's not home. Sorry to say. The messages, I see this guy, it looks like a chariot, and he's swinging a sword. Maybe he's going to cut those ties there. Maybe he doesn't like the messages. He doesn't like I don't know. Something about that, though. Something about finding out the truth, right, will set you free. Is that you or them, right? You got to place that. Yeah. Somebody here could be very intuitive or know exactly like what I'm talking about. This is more than likely a water sign person, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, but it doesn't have to be. Familiar is right over that. I do feel the deja vu thing with this familiar card. I'm not sure if it's always talking about your pet, right? Because that's what it is. Your pets are your familiars, you know? But yeah, I feel like someone's hopeful and scared and working on letting things go. This toxicity, right? The rippling water effect of how it's affected everyone or everything around you or whatever that is. And there's that high priestess vibe. I like it. Yeah, somebody's intuitive. Yeah, somebody, I really feel like, somebody's very mystical and it could be you, right? You could know. This is like, um, say, ancient knowledge. Let's put it that way, right? Ancient knowledge, horseshoe, again, something with good luck. And then the snake toxicity is right over it. So it's just showing you, you know, where we're going with this. Yeah. And then there's that, maybe addictive behaviors or chain bound, abusive, possibly for some of you. Depends on everything. So I have the Hanged Man, the Tower down, right in the middle, and Seven of Wands. Yeah, somebody's coming into some enlightenment, some kind of, they're being enlightened or informed, or um, I'm feeling information over time, you know. Technically, this does feel like a stuck energy, but it's also a sacrificial energy. And I really don't like it with this mechanical, facing it, toxic, sneaky snake vibe, right? I'm actually kind of getting, you're coming into the enlightenment or have about all of this. And I think a lot of you, it might be like a little overwhelming, even possibly, but somebody's avoiding the tower, right? They either don't want it, don't see it. It's probably this narcissist, more than likely. It's dead center in the reading. Somebody's nurturing and caring. Yeah, water sign out there, and this person is not setting boundaries and restrictions of who and what you do want and don't want in your life, right? The rippling water effect. This is the hope, fear, challenge, and homework. It's also taking control and having the advantage of the situation, right? Once we come into knowledge and once we learn our lessons and figure things out, right? And we don't want these toxic energies in our vibe anymore because it's going to lower our vibe, right? Or something like that. I need a bunch of cards. Spirit, please and thank you. Yeah, the sneaky snake swindler. Swindler. Somebody's going behind your back doing something. I don't like that, right? 5 of Cups. Yeah, it is disappointing. This high priestess is right over the 5 of Cups. I think she knows about it, right? He or she knows, and it is disappointing, and it's all of that. But I do feel like somebody's moving away from it or trying to. Sorry, I had something in my eye. Horseshoe right over it. There's this sneaky snake, this high priestess also vibe is like, I feel like it's I feel like there's a lot of lessons being learned, and I don't have that card on the table, but I'm going with my intuition on this. You know, the Hierophant or the Hierophant, depending on how you say, leader, a leader. Are you a leader? Are you a mentor? Are you a shaman or a priest? Are you helping somebody? Right? This could be in the family for some of you, right? Lucky 13, right over this. Something's mechanical. I think you took authority over something, luckily, you know, through this devil vibe. Mm-hmm. In the past, or something, or maybe you're trying to teach them or show them, right? This is exposure. This is the moon reversed, right? Exposure to secrets. Secrets are coming out. Lies are coming out, right? Here's the lies. They're coming out, right? Are you bringing them out? Are you being enlightened through this whole thing too in ways that you don't even understand or see until it happened? You're like, oh my God, what? I can't believe this, you know? Yeah, this is family, ancestry too, and maybe a soul tribe, but I'm feeling family, somehow, some way. There's like a safety net there. There's some security, right? Something about a boat, maybe. Maybe the inheritance is the boat or part of it, or I don't know. But whatever. Somebody's taking charge, taking action, managing things well. Ace or Queen of Wands here, rippling water effect. Somebody's taking charge over this nonsense or something, setting boundaries, starting to get out of their head, hope, fear, challenge, and homework. But it's happening and it's in the cards. I like it, right? Nobody really has a whole lot of drive for this because we know that nothing's going to come out of it or something like that, right? Something like that, the sneaky snake. But oh, look, horseshoe again. I like it. So it's good for you somehow to go through this. All right, hold on. Now we got the sundown. Yeah, see, it's still good because it still carries the energies, right? But I feel there could be a delay or it's taking time. But again, it's talking about the exposure. Somebody doesn't want to see it. They don't want to admit it. They're refusing the tower, right? This is big to them, more than likely them, because I'm reading your cards. But maybe it is you. Maybe this is hard to take, things that we're seeing in ourselves, some of these behaviors and. Anywho, I'm going to use my Wild Unknown Tarot deck, and we're going to get deeper and get some clarification and validation. Hello. Hey, Christine, how you doing? Woohoo! Yeah. All right, show me what I need to see. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. High Priestess, again. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, Aries. My fire kickers. You know these are lies. And somehow you were lucky or something. You're yeah, like, is it redirecting you somehow? I wonder. That's interesting how that came out. Yeah, letting go, cutting ties and letting go, something like that, or utilizing the messages and letting go, maybe is a better way to say for some. Boat right under it, somebody's facing it. Daughter of Wands reversed with Daughter of Pentacles, basically. Yeah, the energy and the synergy and all of that. Somebody, I feel like some people may be a little either intimidated or scared or what, maybe to heal even or face the truth. Like a lot of people have, and this has been coming out in a lot of readings this week, It's funny like that. But some people, you're going to laugh and you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. But there's people out there that cannot and will not ever, 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 ever admit the truth. Oh my God, not that. So they'll manipulate and try and, divert there's all that manipulative gaslighting bullshit energy, and then more than likely they're going to be claiming victimhood mentality. Yeah. Right? I'm all about empowerment on my channel, and I'm hoping that, and I'm seeing that a lot of you high priestess vibed people out there are the same way. Yeah. Yeah. The hard part is not dealing with the, it could be like messages back and forth, not dealing with the immaturity of it. Even I'm getting the rippling water effect of how it's affecting everybody. Right? The toxicity. The sneaky snake swindler. Horseshoe right over the high priestess. Lucky 13 right over the high priestess here. I love it. On each end of the reading. I'm getting chills. Show me what I need to see. I need a whole bunch of cards, please, Spirit. Hello, everybody tapping in and out. Oh, yeah, the death card. Everybody on this planet, I'll tell you this right now. It's a very scorpionic energy. Absolutely. It is the Scorpio card. But anywho, everybody on this planet, I don't care what color, what race, or what creed you are, we are all under the death card energy this year, especially. So for that to come out to me, it is kind of a normality right now because it's in people's lives that we're being forced to deal with past situations. It's playing out in everyone's lives somehow, some way, right? This sneaky snake needs to shed skin, or you do from the sneaky snake and rebirth from it, right? And then there's the high priestess, male or female, hmm the mystical one, the one who knows, the one who has some knowledge under their belt, right? Yeah. Seven of Pentacles with the devil. Yeah, the devil doesn't want, this could have been a bad investment, maybe for some people. Maybe it was just this devil energy never worked on their own garden. They're in everybody else's business. They could be like, you know, I'm kind of hearing some people are like moving money around behind people's backs and didn't even know it. All right, I don't know who that's for, but I heard it, so I'm gonna say it. The high priestess right over it knows whatever it is the way it is, right? Yeah, emperor, power, control. Yeah, waiting on a shoe to drop, maybe, or something. This gaslighting, manipulative narcissist, right? Could be the one that's in power and control because that's how they roll, right? That's how they roll, man, right? So, but here it's about taking control. Maybe this could be a boss or a father figure, but the enlightenment that you're coming into, Aries, I feel it is, it's big, but somebody's refusing the tower. Is that you? The realizations and the realities of it, I wonder. you know um Sun of Swords reversed. Yeah. So, changing your mind, changing direction. Somebody didn't stand in their truth, or it was a lie. Remember, we have the Ace of Swords down over there. Yeah. So it was a very unwise thing, maybe, or it's telling me that it's an unwise thing to refuse the tower. Maybe it's just not healthy, right? Oh God, why? It's like, is that what they're saying? And then I have some kind of deja vu or pet involved. Is your familiar involved? Your pet? Your dog, your cat, your bird, your fish, your goat? Or is it just deja vu? Because you've been going through this and it's like a repeated, I wonder. Yeah, Ace of Cups down. Yeah, I do see the hard part, the fear, hopes, challenges, and all that, the rippling water effect. Making those boundaries and restrictions of who and what you do and do not want in your life, right? It's all about not being emotionally fulfilled, not wanting that cup of love or whatever, or there's just no love there, right? It's just like it's one of, something like that. Yeah. And then here again, now I have the Daughter of Swords reversed. We have the Son and the Daughter. We could be talking about a father and kids somehow. Daughter of Swords reversed with the Five of Cups. Yeah. Yeah. Horseshoe right over it. It was a good thing that you're learning or coming into this or something. This is for a reason. um the Death card and the High Priestess is right over this, and Horseshoe as well. So whoever, it's very disappointing, it's hurtful. Some people may be grieving here. It depends on whatever and however, but standing in their truth is what needs to happen. The sneaky snake is I feel like they're still going to try and maneuver something, or get out of something, or manipulate something, you know but it's over, right? It's over, man. Horseshoe. Lucky 13. Mm, 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 mm. The Lovers reversed. Yeah. Yeah. Your significant other, or could be a friend or family member, right? Doesn't have to be between the sheets. But here, it could be it could be like through the family, like I was saying, Ten of Pentacles as well. But that Hierophant, somebody's trying to light the way of this union or whatever it is, this High Priestess and the Hierophant is a very divine counterpart. Um, they're both spiritual, they're both or religious maybe, or however, whatever out there. There a lot of authority I'm picking up on, the control, yep. Um, whatever that is, they're in the devil energy. They don't or you didn't um I feel like for some of you it was kind of a bad, or you feel like it's a bad investment maybe, but it really was for the higher purpose, a reason why you're going through this. All right, I need 4 more cards and we can move on, please, Spirit. Show me what I need to see. Yeah, things are good, right? They're good. It still embodies that energy, right? There's still growth, expansion, and exposure and all of it. It's just a delay, or it's just saying that it's good around you, but they're still denying it with the Tower down here. It's just or refusing or something, you know? All right, Ace of Pentacles down now. All right, we got a few aces on the table now, ups and down. You know, this one, we don't want this opportunity. Letting go of it, taking control back, and letting it go. Oops, I got a card under that. So the 9 of Swords reverse, Ace of Pentacles here, Ace of Wands down, 2 of Swords down, Mother of Swords, 3 of Swords. Whoa. Okay. Whew. All right, my fire kickers, we're going to get down. I don't think you like something very much. I know that Aries is a fire sign, but I'm feeling a real scorpionic energy right now, because actually Scorpios are in the Tower as well. So even if there's not a Scorpio that you're dealing with by chance, it's that kind of energy. All right. Wow. Yeah, feeling better right now. Letting the anxieties go, letting the, all of it go. Moving on, I feel like a lot of you have really been through it, pretty hard. And taking control of it now, and then there's something about a boat, you know. You may be going on a boat, or you want a boat, or I don't know. But yeah, this 10 of Pentacles is security, right? And then we have the Ace of Pentacles down, the safety net, right? The home. Somebody's turning down the family vibe somehow, maybe changing direction. But I'm still getting that somebody's not standing in their truth, and they might be a little intimidated or scared somehow. I'm not sure, but they don't want this drive, right? This Queen of Wands is for sure knowing what she wants, or he, but this isn't it. Right? And the rippling water effect, that's the hope, fear, challenge, and homework. There's no emotional fulfillment in this beginning. Like I said, we got many aces. We got all 4 aces on the table. The swords, the cup, the wand, and the pentacle is on the table. So, where was the other one? I just saw none of them are upright. None of the 4 aces are in the upright position. Yeah. Yeah, choices and decisions, I feel. I feel like because there's really no growth there. There's nothing coming out of it. Whoops, let me try and show you this. But you know, the 3 of Wands reversed, Knight of Wands reversed, and the 2 of Swords reversed. Yeah. There's nothing good coming out. The sneaky snake, Off with their heads. Aha, there you go, Aries. Yeah. This sneaky snake swindler trying to be deceitful in the next couple few weeks, I feel you are going to see right through it, being that high priestess, right? That high priestess twice on each end of this reading. Uh-huh. Yeah. Off with their MF heads. Now, I just want to say this can be my bitch card, right? But it doesn't have to be necessarily off with their heads. It's just, should they be pushed? Then yeah, you're done. But it is painful, sorry to say. You know, there's I do feel there might be some sort of sacrifice here. It is painful. It is a lucky omen for you, however, somehow, some way, the divine or your guides or what the um it's they're taking charge, you know, they're putting you on the path you need to be, and it might be difficult, but I feel like you're coming out of it somehow. You know, I feel like it's coming because the death card, it's over, right? So now it's time to let go of it and move on as much as we can. But we're going to be dealing with this through the next week, dealing with it and dealing with letting it go and healing from it should we need to, right? And I'm sure we do because there's a lot of difficult cards on this table here. Show me what I need to see. Hello. Hi, Astrid, your kitty cat. Yeah, I got 2 rescues. Yeah, I love my kitty cat fur balls. 9 of Wands down. Yeah, the High Priestess is not, you know, maybe feeling a little elevation. Even I'm feeling, a little bit better. Knowing over these lies, knowing that things are. I don't know. I feel like you just there's a little lightness. There's some sort of in the past, about this high priestess or something. I don't know. I need a bunch of cards. Show me what I need to see. If you enjoy these kinds of messages and like these kinds of messages, then hit like, share, and subscribe for me. Help a girl out. What that does is it helps the algorithm so other people that dig it can find it, right? So help me out, man. Show me what I need to see. Page of Pentacles reversed. The Empress reversed. 2 of Wands reversed. The World with the Death card. Wow. Okay. 4 of Wands down. The Magician again. Ding, 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 ding. Didn't we have the Magician? Maybe we didn't. I just felt the vibe. All right. Never mind on that ding, ding. All right. Yeah, somebody's turning this shit down. They're letting go of it. They're cutting the ties. Something to do with a boat. I don't know what that means to you, right? But you can place it if it means something to you. The Empress, yeah, this could be poverty. It could be like a lack of kind of energy. There's no drive there. Somebody's a little psychic out there and a little witchy poo, probably more than likely has a familiar, right? Just has no drive right now. Something's up. This could be change of plans or no plans, rippling water effect, hard part, challenge, fear, and hope, right? Toxic, gaslighting, yeah. That's the hard part, is getting people to want to do it, right? The World is closure. Over the Death card, when it's over, this is closure. And this happens when all the lessons are learned and the fate, karma, and all of that has been played out and coming to a head and complete. And then we're moving into a completely new chapter. High Priestess right under that. Again, yeah, this could be a big deal for a lot of you. Getting rid of this swindler. There could be some sort of divorce or move out situations going on, possibly. 4 of Wands down. Yeah, bad news maybe, or something. Lucky 13 for you, however, over this devil energy. Yeah, the creator, the one who creates, making it happen, Captain. I feel some alchemy here with you witchy poos out there. Just be careful of what you're doing because, people get hurt when they don't really know how to play with energy, if they don't really understand it. That's why real witches and whatever spiritualists don't do a lot of craft because they understand the repercussions, the law of three, how it comes back, and they get it. They don't play around. So I'm just saying, especially in this world in today's day, you got to really be careful what you're discerning, or what you're watching, who you're watching it from. Are you watching from reliable sources, or are you watching from just some Joe Schmo that really doesn't have a clue? I mean, it's pathetic. We got to actually question everything, right? Question fucking everything. Anyway, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I like this. Nurturing, caring. Uh-huh. This could be a mother father, couple dynamic, and then the high priestess and the hierophant. So maybe there's two couples, maybe it's the same couple, but somebody is denying the tower or something. And this is dead center in the reading. Somebody's trying to manage money well, or is managing money well, and then the other one is maybe lacking, right? We need a change of direction here somehow, some way. This one would have been, well, that fell out first. So yeah, I got a card under that too. All right. Yeah, the Ten of Cups reversed, rippling water effect. Yeah, maybe through the family, things have, the rippling water effect, like maybe something that happened in the past has gotten around to others or something. Maybe it's just causing an off balance or something, but that's the hope, fear, challenge, and homework of it. Some people aren't sure what to do. They're in some mental confusion with this sneaky snake, see, because of how gaslighting works and how manipulating things can be. If you're not sure, you're just learning about narcissistic energies. It's very hard to once you're under their spell, to break it, because they're so manipulating in the way that I get it, because I'm an abuse survivor um from mental abuse, from emotional abuse, spiritual abuse, financial abuse, some physical throughout my life. Yeah, so I get it. It could be any of that or all of that with you. Yeah, the time is now, or it already was, right? The lover's down. We're not, with the Hierophant. Yeah. Lucky 13 though. Something's mechanical. Something feels like, you know, the deja vu thing, and then the nobody's home thing or something, nobody's home. It depends on where you are in the story and everything. Show me. I need 4 more cards and we can move on. Yeah, some people, they're afraid of the truth, but it is what it is, and the truth will always prevail because it's the truth. And once it's the truth, you can't untruth the truth, you know what I mean? So it always prevails somehow. Let me take that one. This is way too many. I'm not taking those, obviously. 10 of Wands down, yeah. Yeah, these are ancestral curses that we're dealing with, trying to break, double energy. These people could have the Jezebel spirit in them, which is making them sort of mechanically, oddly different. Sorry, my eye is really itchy. I don't know what strength and courage here, being resilient through it all. 10 of Pentacles is the safety net, but here is the Ace of Pentacles down, turning down an opportunity, just being strong through it, right? Knight of Pentacles is an opportunity now. These are slow things that are happening through time. Rippling water effect. Queen of Wands makes things happen, right? This is about energy and synergy. Rippling water effect. Did we create something we didn't mean to? Or did they? right? This toxic, out of this toxic thing. Either way, this is an opportunity. More than likely, money, right? Very well can be for some of you. But it is about an opportunity of, yeah, judgment is here. Yep. 2 10s at the top. Something's over Rover Horseshoe. Good luck for you, though. However, somehow, something, something about this swindler, right? You could be in good judgment. Hi there. Hello, hello. Yeah, you know. But I'm feeling a lot of closure, you know, especially with the World card. There's victories here. There are things that are publicly acknowledged, not probably throughout the family or some kind of community anyway. All right, so now I'm gonna pick my I guess I'm gonna give you a Hidden Realms oracle now. Shout out to the people that can read the words backwards. Yeah, so show me what I need to see. Aries, like fire kickers. Yeah, there's a lot of strong energies here. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of people need, I get this in every reading. Everybody needs to heal right now. I'm feeling it with, there's so many things. All right, Lady of Compassion and Love. It's about reverence, kindness, and consideration. It's also the number 1, which is also the Magician card, and it's about magic. Lucky 13 and Horseshoe. I like it. You got some good cards out of this. You might be coming into a little lucky vibe out of a mess or something. Hopefully, fingers crossed. When the High Lady of Love and Compassion chooses to be your ally, she brings you a deep meaning. Excuse me. She brings you. I think it's written wrong. A deep and meaningful message is what I think it's supposed to say. She reminds you that only love is real. It is the sole, unconditional, and true power behind all means of manifesting out of the unseen into the material. Love's greatest creative power is ignited by the conscious action of compassion, generosity of the heart, reverence, and respect and empathy for all living things bring you profound power to live a life of happiness and contentment, including your familiars, all your fur balls. Yeah. Love, compassion, and kindness to all must be the impulse behind your thoughts, feelings, and actions when your intention is to create a prosperous and abundant life. Yeah, how you are, like, you have to feel the goodness of it, right? If you're in a bad way and you're manifesting something, you're going to confuse the hell out of the universe. So when it comes back at you, you're going to get all these, you know what I mean? Yeah, where are we? Um, Unconditional love will be returned tenfold. See, if you're in your alignment, you know. The High Lady also reminds you that when she chooses to be your ally, she brings you evidence that you're loved. All manner of synchronicities align in your favor. If your question refers to a relationship, you're required to think of the person and inquire what it is in his or hers highest good. Give selflessly without asking for or expecting anything in return, and let go. What is yours will come to you. Kindness always returns somehow. You will surely receive that which you give in more ways than you can imagine. I think you have some really good luck on your side right now. I like it. Out of this possible nightmare, after everything you've been through, and I mean, yeah, letting go. See? Letting go. Yeah, that's a beautiful card. Healing, letting go, moving on, accepting things for, what it is, and then letting go. So we have to come into these truths first, right? One more. I'm only going to take the one on the bottom. competition, summon courage and self-confidence. Yeah, you all have strength in you. I don't care if you feel depleted or what, you have it. We all do. And when you find it, right, draw on it. I can fucking do this. I can do this. You just get up every day and you get dressed and you just do it. It's not something, it's, it's diligence. It's just something you always work on, right? But there is competition here somehow, some way. So I'm not sure how that is or how that's related to you in this situation. I'm going to give you one more here. I'm going to give you a rune. Every card on the back has a different picture, so I'll show you the picture as well. It's kind of cool like that. All right, we got the Welsh Waters. Oh, pretty. Once you can see what it is, I'll show you. How you love yourself is the first lesson you teach others on how to love you. The waters reflect your nature and pure truth. Gather and carry pine for protection and peace. Oops, I'll show you this. This is like looking at a stream or the bottom of the, kind of running water. And then there that is that rune. So you can snapshot it if you choose. These are your messages, Aries. Yeah, you got a lot of good things coming, out of this, toxic BS that needs to leave your life for a reason, It does. It's hurtful. But you know what? Off with their heads. Be cool, be kind, be patient, and just be a good human. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And try and enjoy the next couple weeks, because you know that once you are dealing with this and getting through it, there's some stuff to look forward to. So I'll be back in a couple weeks with your next messages. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Adios. Amigos.